25 of the book of Numbers today. We've seen the last several chapters. Balaam is one of our main characters. Balaam was a pagan prophet, I suppose, some kind of a holy man, and God chose to actually speak through him. And we saw that even last time in chapter 24, he even gave several prophecies concerning Christ, which is remarkable. 25, we're going to see that he's back at it again. He's not trying to bless or curse, but you're going to see that he's stirring up. It's the idea that if you cannot curse someone openly, you try to get them from inside. This is the devil's tactic too. If the devil can't directly attack you, he will work within your relationships and work within your group to have division there. And so old as dirt. This is chapter 25. Let's look at it together. And Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab. Now remember, Moab was the country that Balak was the king of. Balak was the guy who tried to get Balaam to curse Israel, and he couldn't do it. And so now they're right there, and it says that these Moabite women are being into the camp, and they're causing all kinds of trouble. Not that the men in Israel were guiltless; they were very, very guilty. But you've got these pagan women involved, and there's intermarriage and all kinds of stuff. And it called the people to sacrifice of their gods, and the people did eat and bowed down to their gods. So here's Israel, who had just been delivered from bondage in Egypt. God has given them his law. He's shown them his favor. He's fought for them. He's showed them miracles. And as quick as they can, they will not just fall away, but run away. Their heart is not right, and now they're sacrificing to other gods. Verse 3, Israel joined himself unto Baal Peor, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel. So Baals, you're going to hear the Baals for centuries, that they served the Baals. These are pagan Moabite gods, idols, and they're bowing down to them and making sacrifices to them because they have a girlfriend that happens to be a Moabitess. That's the problem. They're like, well, it doesn't matter. I like Millie Jean, and she's a Moabitess, so we'll just go to her church. Okay, it doesn't. Who cares as long as it's something, right? Well, it does matter, and God is very mad. Okay, so here's verse 4. And the Lord said unto Moses, take all the heads of the people and hang them up before the Lord against the sun, that the fierce anger of the Lord may be turned against Israel. Oh my goodness. You're going to hang all of the leading citizens. Moses said unto the judges of Israel, slay you every one of the men that were joined unto Baal Peor. So those of this group who were committing adultery and idolatry against God, kill them. Behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses, and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping at the door of the tabernacle of congregation. So he brings in a Moabitess woman. When Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation, took a javelin in his hand, and went after the men of Israel in the tent, and thrust them both through, so that the man and the woman through her belly, and the plague was stayed from Israel. Okay, so this was an in-your-face act. So she's my girlfriend. What are you going to do about it? You have to accept her. Okay, you accept me, you're accepting her. We're together at this. And the priest realized that the plague had broken out in Israel, and people were dying, and he kills both of them with a javelin in once. Okay, the boyfriend and the girlfriend both get shoved through with a javelin, and the plague stops. Okay, wow. What do you think about this guy? What do you think about Phinehas? Was he Did he go too far? Killing these two people? Okay. They were basically just, hey, you've got to accept us. We'll do as we please. Thank you very much. And Phineas was like, no, 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 absolutely not. We are God's people, and we're only safe when we are following God's rules. When supposed Christians are acting not as Christians, but as godless heathens, don't think that God is not displeased with that. And by you accepting that, you're basically putting yourself along with them. There will be a time that you have to draw the line, and you have to stand on one side of the line and let everybody else stand on the other side. And that's a very hard thing to do, very hard, because Millie Jean's really nice. I met her once, okay, and Bobby, I love Bobby and Billy Sue, and they were over. We had pizza. You have to be careful. Sometimes there is a line to be drawn, and you have to stand on one side of the line. And he went after this is verse 9, and those that died of the plague were 24,000. So we're talking about in moments, the time it took for this man to stand up and say, what are you going to do about it? And here's my girlfriend. You have to accept us. From that moment to the time that Phineas recognized what went on and killed them, 24,000 people had dropped over. Okay? The plague had killed that many people. It would have killed everybody if Phineas hadn't acted. Okay? It's amazing. Just the idea that God is loving, but he is not safe. You do not mess with him, and you do not manipulate him, and you don't call the shots. Whatever God said is the safety. You run to that, and you run in his terms, not yours. You don't set your own terms. You don't tell God how you will act. You don't say, I will pick what right is and what wrong is. I will choose how I will worship you. God calls all of those. And if you want his rescue, he has offered it to you. But if you don't want his rescue, fine. But don't pretend that you want his rescue and try to be something else. That's the hypocrisy is what, and 24,000 people have died. Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, had turned away my wrath from the children of Israel while he was zealous for my sake among them, that I consume not the children of Israel in my jealousy. So he commends Phinehas. Because he acted, God stopped the plague. Because Phinehas was more concerned with God's reputation than the idea that we accept whoever decides that they're going to stand up and make you accept them. Okay, to be a bold-faced sinner is a scary thing when you are seeking refuge in God. You can't have it both ways. It's impossible. Wherefore say, Behold, I give him my covenant of peace, and he shall have it, and his seed after him, even the covenant of everlasting priesthood, because he was zealous for his God, and made an atonement for the children of Israel. Now the name of the Israelite that was slain, even that was slain with the Midianitish woman, was Zimri, the son of Zalu, the prince of the chief house among the Simeonites. So he was like president of that clan. He was the leader. And he was acting boldly, and basically what would happen if your leader decided that they were going to act despitefully? Other people would say, yeah, let's do it. Everybody can do it. Okay? So the idea that God stopped him allowed other people to have fear, and that's important. The Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Vex the Midianites and smite them, for they vex you with their wiles, wherewith they have beguiled you in the matter of Peor, and in the matter of Cosbi, the daughter of the prince of Midian, their sister, which was slain in the day of the plague for Peor's sake. Okay, so I want you to attack the Moabites. This is going to be their end. So this was the last straw. This was the idea that they couldn't curse Israel, so they infiltrated Israel. They decided to let Israel destroy itself. And because of that, God said, no, that's the very last straw. I want you to attack Moab. So starting in 26, we're going to have the war between Israel and Moab. All right? There you go. Thank you.